Part 3. But the next thing I wanted to dive into was costumes, right? I'm sorry. Look at all the characters that we have available for costumes is the first thing. And then the $50 price for Elektra. What was that?
Sorry, side story. I spent $150 in another game to buy a pack with a character and a thing I already pardon my French, because it came with a custom costume. Right? Like a one of a kind. No one else will have this unless they buy this pack. Yeah. I literally spent the value of that pack at 150 was amazing if I didn't have anything else in it. I had it all. There was no benefit to having more of it.
Yeah.
I still bought it because of the uniqueness of the costume. They have taken something that is so easy to get right. Worse and lesser games have nailed it, right?
Yeah.
And they have managed to screw it up so spectacularly that I truly have pity upon anybody who's purchased any costume so far. If you bought the costume packs and you're like sandbagging the credits for something in the future, I actually think that's a little bit more reasonable than if you bought the Elektra pack and then bought the Elektra costume. It's a travesty. Like, it's really the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry, I can't.
I made a separate video about costumes, and I had a lot of fun with that video because I was being a little snarky, but it was also just funny. Why does Nick Fury look like a pirate, man? That's the question I'm trying to ask myself. He's either a pirate or this man is about to go fight the Revolutionary War. That's what this costume looks like to me. Also, somebody told me the white balance a little bit too high on Nick Fury.
I'm sorry, there's actually 2 jokes there, but I'm not talking about it.
We'll talk about them offline. But they screwed this up big time. This was something that they could have introduced that would have been fun. But no, it's not. We're not concerned about fun. What they're concerned about is the dollars. That's what they're concerned about.
The Elektra costume is $50. Do you have any idea what cool? For $50, I could get like a dope statue of Elektra.
Yeah.
Like a dope, I could show it using the same costume.
For $30, I might be able to buy a costume where I can dress up like Elektra.
And please understand, I'm not criticizing the amount of money. Like, you want to charge $50 for a costume? I get it, right? It's got to be a good costume, though. Yeah. Like, it's got to be like Baby Groot.
Yeah, I mean,
with animation, so that when Rocket goes to ult, Baby Groot goes. Like, it's got to be an insane, because it's all about the work, right? It's all about the work they put in. Like, I understand. Blizzard puts a lot of work into mounts that they sell, and they make a ton of money because it's like, this is a mount that's a pirate ship. Like, oh, what? That's amazing. Buy it. This is a mount that's a pirate ship, but slightly different color. Well, that's going to be. We're not making it more money. That's going to be less money, or whatever the price is of the other one. Like, there's no reason to. If they bundled the Vision and Wanda pack at $50, maybe even $60, I'd be like, yeah, that's great. That's a lot of rework. They pay a lot of attention to detail.
Yeah.
The characters look so different that as a bundle, that makes sense.
Right.
Dude. If Elektra is 50, this is I'm terrified. What are they? How much
this
do
might
they
be
think?
75.
Because it doesn't. Again, I like it because it doesn't affect how things look.
Yeah.
So because it doesn't affect how things work, just how things look. So because of that, I have a very wide range of prices on what makes sense in my head. Like, oh, we call it esoteric BS. Like, it doesn't matter, so you just spend the money because you want it. The problem is you can't even justify the amount of money or the work that went in at those price points. Like it's just like at that point they might as well have charged $100. You know what I mean? Like it's not. It doesn't matter. 50. Remember Dr. Evil scene? Like 1 quadrillion, gajillion, bajillion. Like he's just making up word. Like that's at $50 for $35 for a color reskin of Captain Marvel. Like someone should be fired for that.
100%. And I think
someone should not be employable anymore because of that idea. That's, you know, like
that I think that's what bothered me about the whole thing. It was just looking at the costumes that are available, looking at which ones you decided that we're going to market first. Electra CM is not even, she's usable, but she's not crazy relevant in the game. And then let's throw out this horrible looking costume and charge you $35.
Oh, I think the costume looks fine. That is a great $10 costume. I would pay $10 for that. But I would pay. You know why I paid $10 for that? Because someone spent time to rework the colors and it looks good. So $10, great, wonderful.
Yeah, I guess it's the price point thing. I think it's the price point thing, right? That's obviously
completely the price point because we're like they're insulting the community. Like, guys, look at this costume of Captain Marvel. It's Veers, guys. It's Veers. Don't you want Veers for $33.99? We'll also give you an arbitrary amount of garbage with it, so you know you're not getting raw dogged. Like, no, like this is, dude. Their costumes exist in so many games. It's the main monetization scheme of like multiple games.
Yeah,
and they like, I wish they had just made every costume $100. At least at that point, we'd be like, cool, we're not supposed to be buying costumes.
Don't give them any ideas.
We're not supposed to be buying costumes. Like, they're not for anybody. We're supposed to be earning the costumes through. Stupid Nick.
Right, which by the way, I mean that's gonna show up at some point in time, right? We're gonna get an event. The first one that they're gonna do it's gonna be tied into Kestrel's event. Whatever. So you'll see that no one cares. At this point, it's really kind of up to you. The last topic.
Wait! Like this was a slam dunk on a kid's net, and they airballed
it big time.
They tagged the rim and it went flying. Like they didn't have to jump.
Oh man!
Oh my god!
Insane, but
incompetence, dude.
Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on costumes too, man. Because that, to me, we both share the same idea here. Now, Ultron. The last thing we're going to talk about here is Ultron. So it was, I think there were some data mines or something like that happened where the max red stars I think you're going to be able to get on Ultron is going to be at 3. 3 reds is going to be the max, which, in my opinion, that's kind of enough and what you need on Ultron at this point. I hope that they will change that later on. But in your opinion, even though the max, for me, what makes me nervous, right, is that max is what you can get is 3. How long is it going to take for you to even probably get 1? What do you think? Like 1 or even just 2?
I think the data mine is confusing people. You won't be able to get 4, 5, or 6 on Ultron, or any of the other characters, Ultimus or Doctor Doom.
Max is 3.
Not because of some hard limit they've placed in the game, because of just how inaccessible the elite, the black or dark, I don't know what they're officially calling the credits.
Dark promo credits.
Okay. Yeah. Whatever. I call them black elites. So like, if those were the issue, like if it's just a number, like you're not going to get enough of those to even think about 4.
Yeah.
Imagine if it was like 50 of them, right? Imagine if they kept the same line. Think of how difficult it would be to get 1, 5, 1, 4, and 10, right? Now imagine the difference between 10 and 50. You're not like, you might be able to buy within the first release 10 promo credits for $99.99 because this is Fox Next,
of course,
or 1, or you could 3 purchases available, at $99.99. You could, if you buy all 3, you might be able to buy him, whatever. Yeah. Who knows? The point is, the jump from 3 to 4 is going to be so ridiculous that you would no person is going to have the access to the 3rd star for months on Ultron. Yeah. And that's because they understand that if they gave Ultron access to full red stars in the same way that everyone else is, he would again devalue every other character in the game. He would actually even make Kestrel useless, because like the first summon would get boned, but not the next one.
Not the next one.
You know, like.
Yeah. Yeah, so and I think this is gonna obviously jump him back into. I mean, I think he was still kind of top 10 anyways, but this is probably gonna jump him back into. Close. Yeah, he was close, right? This is probably gonna jump him definitely into top 10 to a certain extent. I think it's gonna make him more valuable than Doom, which is so sad to talk about. He's more valuable a character than Doom for a very simple reason. His minions don't suck.
Like, Ultron's minions are part of the army of Ultron that are like, I have a healer and a turn rewinder, and they're all give buffs, you know, like they all, and one gives energy, like they all are so great. And Doom's minion is like basic and die.
That's it though. Yeah. To me, I feel like he's going to be more like, a lot of people are using Doom in Doom raids. I'm wondering, will people be using Ultron in Doom raids now, or replacing Doom? Because you can't use them both on the same team. That's just, you don't have enough space.
With red stars, yes. Time is relevant. Doom gives you extra turns and stuff. And like, timing is relevant. As you remember, the biggest problem with Ultron is that like he sucks up time.
Yeah.
Like he sucks up turn meter. He's like, 18 minions, quick buffs. Like, so yeah. Like at least Doom is like, guys, kill him. That guy over there.
Yeah.
Screw him.
Yeah. Well,
I different strokes, right?
Yeah.
The truth of the matter is, between Kestrel and red stars on Ultron, Doom sucks. Like Doom, like they released Surfer, which was a good, works with Doom and against Doom, and then they released Kestrel, which works against Doom really hard.
Yeah.
And now they're giving finally getting the Ultron, and we're like, wait, why is it that there are 3 things happening and all of them are better than the Dark Dimension 4 reward? That's the hardest thing to do in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good design.
Essentially, people are going to be, I was talking about it last night. People are saying the investment that it took to get this Doom character, it's now devalued by Kestrel. It's going to be even more devalued by Ultron having red stars now. And you're pretty much going through Dark Dimension 4 now, so you can just get the gear to bring characters into Doom raids. That's pretty much
Ultron came out. We're talking about Ultron.
Yeah, Dark Dimension 2.
We're talking about Ultron. He came out like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
Doom came out 17 minutes ago. And we're just like, whatever. Actual main bad guy of the Marvel universe, like guy who's always like my favorite villain, Doom. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Screw him.
It's done.
We're talking about Ultron 2 years ago.
It's sad. It's sad. Well, listen, I mean, this is all I have. We're probably going to continue to talk about this once we're done with the video, but we won't bring you on into those tangents any longer. But listen, it was fun to have you back on, man. This is a better repeat. I talked about it last week. I said last week, man. I think when I was done with the video, I'm like, bro, I'm sorry. I was so tired.
To be fair, there's stuff to talk about this week. You know what I mean? Like last week was more like a.
This is what
this week
happen.
is like Kestrel and Ultron red stars and the heroes for hot, like stuff. Costumes were botched. Like there was so much more to talk about that. Like thinking about next week going into the future. I'm sorry, I'm stuck in like 2G. like thinking about this week. Like, oh my god, this week's gonna be terrifyingly fun. I'm so excited to see what mistakes happen going forward, because this is half of the fun of this game is watching a bad company flounder and just like So like this is where I get my fun. Like I'm already done. I'm playing a second account to get fun. Like I'm like whatever. I beat this game. I won. Now I'm just like let's watch boundless entertainment make more mistakes.
That is entertainment. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's a lot of entertainment.
It is boundless entertainment. It really is. 10 points out the name.
But yeah, man.
There's no boundaries on how much I'm laughing. Except like here and here.
Well, listen, man, it was fun to have you on. Fun to have you guys watch it. Fun to have you guys watch it. I'm sure that there's some comments that you guys can leave. Let us know what your guys' thoughts are about any of these topics or things that we probably forgot to talk about. Because honestly, it's been long enough. So we're not going to talk about it anymore. Would appreciate you guys very much. Or content that comes throughout the week. Let me know what you guys think about these damn costumes, man, because they're abysmal. But love y'all much, guys. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.